Hey there, crafty friends. It is Friday. It is time for our What's New Today at the Doodlebug, our last one for the week. And you know what? I think I'm going to take it easy on you today. So this week has been full of what I would call like heavy hitters with the lives. We have had huge orders all week long. We did get in 2 orders today, 2 good orders, but one was adhesive. And the other one was restocking that beautiful glitter paper that we got from Encore just like a week or so ago. They ship quick, which is awesome. Right now without a warehouse, it is wonderful when I can find companies that ship quick. So today, two new orders are adhesive restock, cardstock restock, and I do have some new colors of cardstock in there too, so I will show you those. And then we're going to shop the store a little bit. I did my Paula challenge. I got way more than 3 things today, so I am like recouping for the whole week with my 3 things. Lots of things to show you guys today. And while I was shopping for those things, I found a few things that 1, we're overstocked on, or 2, they just need to find new homes. So I've got some sale tables for you guys as well. So we're just going to get started. It's Friday. I might be able to sneak out of here a little early. Probably not. Oh my gosh, no, it is 4:42. I am 40 minutes late. I'm not getting out of here early. And I am off tomorrow, which is great. But that means I need to do all my Cindy duties before I leave. So I've got to do litter box and, you know, all those really fun cat mom chores before I can leave. So, all right, flipping the camera around. Here we go. All right. Thanks, Paula. All right. So the other day, we sell these Easy Runner Grands. And the other day I had a gal reach out and she wanted another gun and she was wanting one that was repositionable. We have not carried the repositionable ones before. Now, let me preface that with, you can put any refill in any gun. All right, so any refill fits in any of the guns, which I love. So if you only want to buy one gun and you just want to switch out when you want ultra, and you want to switch out whenever you want permanent, and you want to switch out whenever you want repositionable, you can totally do that. Now, I wasn't as prepared as what I should have been. Now, if you want, so if you reach for these a lot, like this is your go-to adhesive, and you reach for it a lot, 1, we do sell great little holders. I also, my friend Stacy, can print double holders too. And you know what? Now I'm thinking of it, I wonder if we could get Stacy to print us a triple holder even. I don't know. We could totally ask. But, so these little guns fit right in the little holders. We can get whatever color you want, but right now we've got pink and teals in. And we do sell the guns with permanent dots and then the permanent strips. And then we've got refills, permanent strips, permanent dots, and the ultra. But this particular gal, she was wanting repositionable. We were out of repositionable and she wanted a gun with repositionable as well too. That way she doesn't have to constantly keep switching them out, which I totally get that. So new for us, we have not had these before. We've got the Easy Runner Grands and repositionable dots. That's your starter. And then we also have repositionable refills. These we keep in all the time. Now, next, we've got the 3D foam strips. These are what I call skinny strips. And they don't call them skinny strips on the package, but I call them skinny strips. And I used a ton of these when I was at Craft Utopia and actually got to do some stuff and take classes. I took a pack with me. I went through almost my whole pack in my classes. These work great for shaker cards. They're thin enough that as you are doing like curves on your shaker cards, these will curve. Now, as you get bigger strips, it's a lot harder to have, you know, a 1/2 inch piece of foam tape curve. But these little guys, they curve beautifully. Now, it may not do a complete circle for you. You may have to kind of cut and piece, but they do curve. And they work great if you're doing like frames that you want to pop up or an A2 front you want to pop up, because these are nice and skinny. So they fit just on that little border that you've created with that card front, especially the Lawn Fawn ones. Lawn Fawn does lots of great borders that kind of, you know, come in and have something on the inside of the card as well. And then that way you can take this part around the outside edge. So love these skinny strips. Then we've also got the 3D foam squares too. This gets you both sizes in there, and these are white. We also have thin squares in black as well. We've still got those on the shelf. I think every time I order from this company, whether I need the thin ones or not, I get the thin ones in. Thin ones are great if you're a card maker. It gives you a little bit of oomph, but not a crazy amount. And then that way you don't have to worry so much about your cards whenever they run them through the machines. I also love these if you have become a fan of our little 3D punch out sheets. I think these are perfect for the 3D punch out sheets because by the time you layer these, you've got 3, maybe 4 layers on them. And that can get pretty high if you're using a traditional foam dot. So the thin ones work perfectly for the little 3D punch outs. Thin 3D in white, you've got it, Miss Annette. Thank you. We'll get that pulled. Oh, the double holders are awesome, Joanne's saying. A bit more stable to sit than the single. That makes sense because you've got 2 of them in there. Are you going back to bed? She's been running around like a little crazy woman here for a while. We had a couple of her friends come and visit her. Donna came in and Debbie came in, and they were loving on her, of course. So then she thought everyone should love on her. More restocks. The smaller little Easy Runner strips. This is a starter pack. You get 1 complete one and then 2 extra refills. Then the little petites. Now, petites are not, if most of you on here, you know, you're avid crafters. I don't recommend petite ones for any of you really on here. Why? You don't get a lot in the petites, but the petites are great to gift. The petites are great if you've got littles that craft with you. This is great for little hands as well. If you've got friends that are coming over and they're just starting to craft, and maybe they come over on Thursday, you play cards, you play cards and you make a few cards. This is nice because it is something smaller. You're not investing a lot in another tape runner. They we didn't get these priced yet. They're less than $4. These are like $3.50, something like that. They're not expensive at all. Same thing for the refills, but you just don't get a lot on them. So if you're working on a huge project, I do not recommend this ever. But especially for those, you know, moms that come in and they're working on a small school project, this is perfect for that. So the little petite runners and petite refills. Double-sided dots. These are permanent ones. We also have repositionable ones, and we carry these in different sizes too. This is the actual size right there. These are thin ones. They also have a 3D one. I don't think I have those in right now. Those remind me almost like a booger. I don't know why I feel like I have to, you know, whisper because you guys can hear it regardless, but it's like a big booger on your page. Some people love those 3D glue dots, and we can get those as well. Normally I just keep in the thinner ones, but we can stock those as well. We've had them before. And the next one we have are our 3D mounting squares in permanent. So these are those little paper tabs. You pull the tab out, you put 1 tab down on your paper, and then you peel the little double-sided part off. We stock those as well. So there is our glue or adhesive restock. So there's 1 done. Robin says she's on the way to see you too, Cindy. So you'll have another friend in here. All right, next, great restock from Encore paper. I think all of these glitters are just restocked except for 1 of the whites we got in. Okay, so I'm going to go through these. We just had these in the other day. Nothing new on them except for the white one I'm going to show you over there. So some of you may have already asked in a previous live, I want 1 of all of them. I want 2 of all of them. These are the same ones that we had. This first one is called Dusty Rose. Now, one thing I'm going to point out with these, they remind me of the Ppaer glitter that American Crafts used to make. These are called Wow glitter, but it's a very silky, smooth glitter, and it's completely no shed. So we've got Dusty Pink, Pale Plum, White, white does have a shimmer. It does not have an iridescent shimmer. The white's going to be really pretty, I think, for die cutting this holiday season, for like cookie icing, and also like icicles, snow on buildings, things like that. So it's glitter. And it's white, but it doesn't have that iridescentness to it. We're going to see a new one that's got that iridescentness to it. That's a new one that I got in. Now, another thing that's really cool about this is you can color it with anything alcohol based. So your Copic markers, your Copic refills, your alcohol inks. Pull those alcohol inks. You could do some fun little backgrounds on this. That would be kind of cool, doing some different pounces of the alcohol inks on there. Hey, Kenley, there is a roll of washi tape on the floor down there. Did we show that anytime lately? Uh-oh. It's always, oh. I don't know if that's a new one. No? I don't know. Well, it looks like it came off our shelf. I don't know. I don't know where that even came from. I haven't shown that lately. I don't even know if that's in inventory. That's got an old date on it. Stick it on the 20% off. Right behind you. We'll just do that today. I have no idea where that came from. The cat, probably the cat, she steals things. Yeah, we just found a random roll of washi tape on the floor under the tables. No idea, and it's got an old date code on it. So she probably found it behind something and batted it out. You never know with her. Next one we've got is grape candy, purpley pink, and then this red, the metallic red. We ran out of that one. I got 3 packs this time. I am not running out of that one again. That metallic red is beautiful. You know, Paula, it is kind of, you know, at home, when I had her at home, she would carry things around, find things. We would find them in other rooms. I'm sure she does that here. I'm sure. I probably think we have thieves, and it's not. We have a cat. Next one is silver, brass gold, a very yellowy gold, blue raspberry, chocolate truffle, and champagne. So restocked all of those. Now I'm going to jump over to the other side. We'll come back to our shop in the store table because we're going to finish with our other glitters. Now these glitters here are a thicker glitter. They're a chunkier glitter, but they're still very smoothish, and they are still no shed. These are part of the Glitter Luxe line. It's like deluxe glitter. Okay, so I'm really rubbing it, and you can see no glitter. So it is still a no shed paper. And these, oh my gosh, these are so cool. So when I saw these, I was like, what? I've never seen glitter paper like this. So this first one is called Galaxy Fusion. And you can see it's got purple, it's got pink, it's got blue. So pretty. So this was one we ran out of in the last order. I got 3 packs in. I am not running out of it again. So Galaxy Fusion. Next one is called Midnight Sky. Look at that. It's like black, dark blue, and bright blue. It twinkles so beautifully. We got 2 packs of that one. Again, I am not running out of it again. And then the next one, look at this. This one's beautiful. This one's called Bronze Fusion. Beautiful for fall stuff. So you've got like a burgundy in here. It's got, I swear it's got little faint hints of blues, some greens, copper in there. It is so pretty. So pretty. And that one is called Bronze Fusion. The new one we just got in is called White Opal. So white opal is that whenever you think of what white glitter paper should be, that's what this one is. And we've been having trouble getting white glitter paper in that has that iridescent sheen to it. I think this was out the last time that I ordered from Encore. So we've got that one now. And again, it's called White Opal. Then we've got Silver Sparkles. Now, the Silver Sparkles, I don't know. I'm looking at it and then I'm looking through my phone, and I don't think that you're really probably seeing as you tilt let me do this. This might help. So this was the other silver. Can you see when I compare them side by side that this one has a little bit of other colors in it? So like how the white I just showed you has kind of that, AB, that iridescent, sparkle to it. So does this. It is mainly silver, but there are other colors of glitter in here, so it has more of that iridescent silver to it. So it's not a solid silver, it's got an iridescent silver. I see little pinks, little greens, little blues, but it's not like in your face stand out. So the silver sparkles is beautiful. So silver sparkles. Oh, thank you for adding sparkles on their pan, because we have 2 silvers. And I think they'll know where you're at. Teresa, I see you just oh, Teresa, we just talked on the phone. Hello, Teresa. I know you just said silver. I'm betting you want the silver sparkles. So I will try to remember to make a little note of that. Hey, Kenley, will you write on a little piece of paper, Teresa P, silver sparkles? She just said silver, and we've got 2 silvers, but I'm on the sparkles. We'll put that on the package so we know. All right, and then the next one is pumpkin spice. This one is super pretty too. All of these in the Luxe line, they've got, it seems like, more than one color in there. That's probably what makes them Luxe. It's not just one solid. So as I'm looking with this one, I'm mainly seeing oranges and reds, but there's different shades in there. So it gives you some variance in here. It's really, really pretty. Really pretty. So there's our glitters. Then, since Kenley and Terry did such a great job the other day, and they redid the whole color wall, they added more paper trays. Well, you know what happens when you rearrange and you add more paper trays. I see that I have holes now. Like, we needed all the paper trays, that high for the orange and the yellow, but then we had space as they had to spread the other ones out. Well, I just filled them up. That's what I did. I was placing a paper order, and I said, well, what can I add to the cardstock wall? So we've got some new colors. This first one is called Dutch Iris. Now these are just our regular, thank you very much. She was right here on that one. So these are, actually let me open these up. Hey, that one did have a, all right, so, oh, good. It even says, I was like, I don't know what the weight is on it. So this one, it's an 80-pound, and this one is smooth. So Dutch Iris, 80-pound and smooth. I'm going to pull that one over there because some of these have UPCs and some of them don't. I just discovered that one has a UPC. Next one we've got, I think this is another smooth one. Nope, it's not. It even says textured. Oh, look at the name on this one. Really Tealy. How fun is that? Really Tealy. And of course I went through our colors, and I tried to look at ones we didn't really have anything close to this color going through. That one's close. Nope, it's even darker than that. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you've been shopping our cardstocks lately, as we've been getting Encore in now, Echo Park is what I meant to say, since we've gotten Echo Park in with some of that classic basil in it, these are probably going to be just a little bit different than some of the colors that you have had in your stash from us. So we've got Really Tealy here, that's textured. Then we've got Dark Red, that's a textured one. I'm gonna try and open these up just a little bit. I do think in the packaging, oh, that's one that's got a barcode on it too. Nice. Flip those around in inventory. So there's Dark Red. You can see it's nice and smooth on one side. It's got texture on the other, but Dark Red is really good. That's going to be a really good Christmas one. We just put these all in as a code and didn't realize that half of them have barcodes, half of them do not. Next one is called Lapis. Great blue color. You can kind of see the, again, I don't know why the cellophane changes it just a little bit. There's Lapis. Oop, that's one I got to get out anyway. It's one that's got a barcode. So there's Lapis. Lapis is another one that's 80 pounds. Ooh, and Lapis is smooth. So if you'd like a smooth cardstock more than a textured. Indigo. Great dark blue. Smooth white. Nothing fancy schmancy about this one. Just smooth white paper. And like an 80 pounds, not a heavyweight. That one's called Snowy White. Bright green. Now you can see all the greens we got here. They are all different colored. So bright green reminds me like a grass green. Parsley is pretty close to that though too. Both of those would be really good for grass. Oh, there's another one that's got a UPC on it. Okay, so you can see parsley there. Hello. There's parsley and bright green. Now, green. Oh, good Lord. This one is actually called green. So they're, so we've got parsley so far, bright green and green. When I ordered green, and when I ordered forest green, I thought as you guys are starting to do your Christmas cards and things like that, these are going to be really good tree colors. Or if you're doing masculine cards, we've been getting all these great camping lines in. These should be really good for that, really good for those outdoorsy die cuts. So these are good like tree colors for your green. So green, it's more of that evergreen because it's got a little bit of that bluey in there. And then forest green, another good one. See if any of those have UPCs. Yep, forest green does. Stephanie works on Monday and she just checked this order in and we didn't think there were UPCs on anything as we were pulling it out, and she's going to be like, what the world? These all had UPCs? Nope, not all of them, just some of them. That way we can switch those around in inventory and we can show you the pictures. We love it when paper comes in with a barcode because then you can see it online. You can see the color. Otherwise, we can't list it online because, the parsley goes over there too, because there's no way to track. If we have like 50 different papers that don't have UPCs, well, how do you know what you would be buying? Next, we've got cabbage. Cabbage is a great bright but lighter green. And then lime sherbet. I thought those were all fun. I love greens, so I love getting to shop for green colors. All right, next, you guys saw these last time. We ran out of them right away. These are our little 6x6 scrap packs. They're mystery colors. They are 80 pounds. As you can see, they're solid core. They're not a white core. So these are just great little cardstock packs. If you do a lot of, like, I say travel crafting, if you take your dies with you and things like that, oh my gosh. As I do retreats, I don't ever get to go to them, but I do retreats and I see all the solid colors that people pack because they're huge packs of 12 by 12 or 8.5 by 11. This would be a great way to have a good rainbow of colors without the weight and without taking up all that space in your bags. You've got 100 sheets in here. What were they? Gosh, I don't remember from last time. I know somebody's going to ask that. We haven't even received these orders. So if you're one that likes to shop the live, right after the live online, give me a little bit to get all this up. Stephanie just got it on a purchase order right before she left. She even stayed a little late to put on the tables for you guys. These, oh my gosh, they're just $12.50. So you get 100 6x6 sheets for $12.50. So that's a great little deal on those as well. All right, and so that is our new paper order. That went quick. I'm always, I see the totals and then how quick it goes. I'm like, well, dang, that was not, for what I think I just paid for that was not amazing for everybody. Oh, but you guys are loving it. Perfect. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Making sure I didn't get any questions. Which line is this? Sorry, late. Shoot. I'm just going to my, so Debbie, I think, all right. So Debbie, this is Encore paper. This is, it's going to be probably our new cardstock company. Since, the distributor is shut down, I can't get my basil because there's no American Crafts right now. Echo Pork has some great stuff. Not that I don't love their stuff, but, sometimes it's hit or miss what they have available for me to fill in, and they don't carry the specialty stuff. So this is Encore paper. This is actually the guy that worked for Photoplay and then lost his job when Photoplay just shut down, like literally suddenly, didn't give anybody any notice. And so George had to find a new job. So George reached out to some other paper companies that he knew. So I've known George for years. George used to even work for Basil. So this is Encore paper, and they're all individual. Now, if you fall in love with one and you want a whole pack, let me know. I will tell you guys, we do a little bit of a price break when you do 50 of a color. So that's 2 packs, not just 1 pack. So if you do 50 of the same color, we do a little bit of a price break, but paper, we pay a lot to ship it here. So it's not a huge price break. Like, I think all this paper, it cost me like $75 to ship it. And it all came in a box. It was a heavy box, but a small box. Yeah, it was like $75 to ship this to us. So that's a lot, that's a lot of paper we got to sell just to get the shipping. Okay. All right. Moving on. Think we got my questions. All right. And Stephanie's on here. Stephanie, I discovered that we had 4 that actually had some UPCs. So what we can do with those is take out of inventory 100, because that was 4 packs, and then we can add these in individually, same price, but just straight into the inventory. And of course we can talk about that, but I was excited that we can actually put these online because they have, they've got codes. All right, so moving back around. All right, next we are going to shop the store a little bit. So since 49 and Market, I know some of you still have these lines, you're just now pulling them out. I'm going to try once a week to re-shop some 49 and Market lines that we're not going to be able to get anymore. I've been restocking Petal and Plume, this whole time, but now with the warehouse gone, not knowing what Janine's going to be able to get out of the warehouse, I don't know if I'm going to be able to restock these lines. So if you've been starting to work on some of your projects with these, I want to try and hit those lines once a week so I can show you what we still have left. First, we've got this Plume and Petal mini album, which is absolutely stunning. We are down to our last one on these. These were one of the things that we just posted while I was at Craft Utopia, and we sold like 2 or 3 just by posting the kits. Let me show you what you're going to get in here. So this is one of those things too, if you're using this line and you need stuff from the line, this might be one of your last ways to get it. So ephemera and frames, I do not have these in the store anymore. They are gone. They've been gone for a while. This is our last one in this class kit. What happened to the warehouse? Oh, Diane, so our Notions warehouse, in our industry, that is the biggest distributor. I mean, massive, and they had a fire in their warehouse. They had some damage, but a lot of it was smoke damage. And so right now they are closed. A few things are kind of getting out. Some big case packs are getting out maybe. But they're going through, because There was one warehouse that wasn't affected, but the main warehouse was. And the main warehouse is where all of our orders shipped out of. So I have 4 orders that were either water damage or smoke damage that are just sitting there in boxes. So yeah, I don't even know how they gave us a number, how many orders were sitting there to go out. It's astronomical. It's crazy. But so right now it is just a waiting game on insurance, and who knows what's going to survive or what did survive. So 49 and Market, that's our main warehouse. So new lines we're fine on, but restocking old ones we're not. All right, what else are you getting in here? You're getting the washi. This is the only washi one I have left is in the kit. You're also going to get laser cut elements. We do still have laser cut elements if you want those by themselves. I have 2 laser cut elements left. Look how pretty those colors are. And then the other things you're going to get in here is you're going to get your album inserts. You're going to get an album in here, and you're going to get the 6x8 pad. This is the only 6x8 pad I have left. So whether you just want to use this for its components and then do something on your own with the mini book, we do not charge a whole lot extra. We charge a few bucks extra in teacher fees. So buying it this way, you're really not paying much more as if you would buy them all a la carte. So there's the Plume and Petal class kit. And then, like I said, we've got the laser cut elements. We've got those. We've got uno Plume and Petal rub-on, and then those are gone forever. So there are those. These are nice 6x12 sheets in here. We have 2 collection kits left. We've got some individual papers though, and I'm going to show you those here in just a second. You can shop from there. You're good. Okay. Yeah, you can. All right, what have we got here? Looks like we've got an uh-oh on that one, but this one is called Solids 2 Individuals. This one is Plume and Petal Smile Individual. Oh, that one's really pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty on the back? That one is Smile. This one is called Radiant. Great cut apart. If you like to do cards, this would be really pretty. You know, cut this as a layer on your card. Add a few little die cuts, cut out a sentiment in black. Oh, silver would be beautiful in here too. I'm just looking across the table. I think even that new Galaxy, can you kind of see that Galaxy glitter paper right there? I think that would look really pretty with this too. This one here is Radiant. We've got a couple of those individual yet. This one's called Shine. So there's Shine. Bliss. Ooh, that's a really good. I like the B side better than the A side on this one. That's really pretty. That's Bliss. Oh my gosh, Sarah, you're in Iceland right now. Holy cow, so you were sitting at the airport the other day. Now you're in Iceland. Oh, what's the weather like there right now? I mean, since they're so far north, you know, the winters have got to be crazy. But, you know, right now, what's your weather like there? This one is called Joy. That one's really pretty. There's Joy. Well, welcome, Carmen. Better late than never. I think our Friday lives, we get more views on replay because people get a little busy on Fridays. This one is Glow. Now, ooh, the Glow's got a good back. Now, I think, let me go back here. I'm thinking that Glow, yes, Glow works beautifully with Shine. So Glow and Shine can make a really nice 2-page spread. And again, always remember, if you're doing something and that dress just is not your thing for your layout, do not be like, oh, I can't get this paper now. Nope, you just cover that up. You bring your picture a little bit over here. Just let me show you. Like, how beautiful if I do this, is that with that little bit of plumage sticking out there. You can also come in and take your X-Acto knife, run right along the edges of all those, and that photo mat, tuck it under those. So you come in, you fussy cut with your X-Acto knife right around some of that stuff. You're like, oh, I really like that. I don't want to cover that up. Tuck it underneath. You're not going to see that dress at all. You could even do the same thing down here. Run a little bit if you want to tuck it down there. Then you've got all this great stuff, and you wouldn't see the dress form if that is not your style. So there's always a workaround for that kind of stuff. So again, that was Shine Matching Glow. Great 2-page spread for those. And there was Glow's back again. And then we've got Happy. And there's the back on Happy. And that is all I have left for Plume and Petal. So a couple collection kits, mini album, few open stock papers, rub-ons, 1 set, lasers, 2 sets. Next on the table, I was over there. I looked and saw, oh, we do have a few Vicki Boutin little rub-ons left here. These are so fun if you have not seen her Irresistible line. So with her Irresistible line, these are ones, they're rub-ons. Yeah, you sure can. Yep, they're on a, when you scan it, it might say, ooh, 0 in inventory, but they're all on a purchase order. If she wants any solids right now, put them in as 683-8200. Okay. So with these, they're a white rub-on. So if you put them on a darker paper, they're going to be just fine. But if you put them on a lighter paper, then you can come in with your sprays, your little ink blending tools, and you can add just a little bit of fun in like a bottom corner, behind a picture. And of course you could add a lot of fun. You could do a whole kind of page in these. Would be really cool. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Putting them all over randomly on a page, and maybe do like a starburst of different colors, ink blended around, kind of rainbow it around. That would be really pretty too. And it's going to resist where all of these are. I do not know if this was a thing that, Vicki Boutin had contracted into her line, or if Janine will be able to remake these on her own. I don't know. When you have a designer, sometimes their stuff is their stuff. They're just designing for you. So I'm not for sure if we will be able to get these anymore, if other designers will be able to do them, or if this was just a Vicki B thing. But this one here is the Artful Words rub-ons. So we've got those. Now, this is not the exact thing. This was one of the die cuts that were also part of the Irresistible line, but it does kind of give you an idea. So you've got that white that's got, the printing, and then you come in with your ink and it resists it. These are very fun to play around with. All right, my few things from the store. I found this really cute little 8x8 pad. It's called Fall in Love. It is from Studio Light. It's got great papers. You can use these for mini books on your 12x12s. They're great card fronts. Wait, look at these guys. So stinking cute. So that one is Fall in Love. Found this one too, another one from Studio Light. This one's called Cozy Autumn. Cozy Autumn, it has everything in here for you. You've got vellum. You've got these great little vellum sheets. I'm trying to go back. So you've got, oh my God, there's more in there. All right, 1, 2, 3. So 3 vellum sheets. You've got these great little kind of collage blocks. That way you can cut those out, stamp your images on them, stamp your sentiments on them. This is a little cut apart page. Love that they give me a line though to cut around. solid full-size sheets. Those are going to be perfect little card. Ooh, that one's really pretty. Isn't that one beautiful? That one's beautiful. So that one is called Cozy Autumn. So you've got 42 sheets, pattern papers, element sheets, vellum sheets in there as well. So there's Cozy Autumn. And then I pulled back some of our fun paper punches. So I thought, oh, we'll shop the paper punches. And I thought, well, rather than me running you all over the store, I'm just going to pull them back here. So first one we've got is the Memodex Hole Punch, or Memory Dex. We just looked at the Esther Glass stuff yesterday. She had that cute little wooden box that she's doing. Clear Scraps, they have their cute little boxes that they do. I think Elizabeth Crafts has one. Let's see, All in Create, they do some great dies. So this has the correct calibration to where you can make your own pages for your little Rolodexes, Memodexes, Memory Dexes, whatever you want to call them. This is the punch for that. I've got one of those still in stock because it is a We Are product, which means it came out of our main warehouse, which is out of commission right now. But if you're getting into that, you're going to want to pick up your own punch so you can do your own things. Next, I pulled some of our border punches back here as well. This first one is a daisy border. I'm going to see if I can take one of these out easily. And I want to show you how easy it is to do a border punch if you have not done a border punch before. So you can put your paper in literally anywhere to start out with. It's like, I feel like I've got two sheets. I do. I was like, that was really thick. So you can put your paper literally anywhere. You're going to punch it down. Okay. And you're going to end up with that. Now, remember that little tag book I showed you the other day? This is so fun to do your own thing on the bottom. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my camera down so you can see, you've got this great little guide right here. And I want to line my paper up to where I don't see the white. Okay. And then also you've got it balanced over here. Makes it really easy because you've got it balanced on one side. Okay, you don't see the white. I got to look with my actual glasses. Here we go. Don't see the white. Normally I would hold it with this hand and then punch with the other, and it slipped. Okay, so I'm a one-handed wonder. This is probably not going to turn out perfect, but oh, look at that. So easy, you can do it one-handed. And then you just continue on down. So this one here is the Daisy Border Punch. So there's that one. We also have a circle chain. This one's really fun too. So it creates this on your border. This is going to be really cute too. If you like to do like little houses and such, wouldn't that be really cute for the border on the top of your roof? Wouldn't that be fun for that? Wouldn't that just be adorable? So there's that one. That one is the circle chain. Then we've got scallop border punch. Border punches, I know somebody's probably going to ask here. Nobody did yet, but 1839, I think, is what most of these are. Yep, 1839. Circle, 1839. Yep. I have border punches that are probably, literally 15 years old, and I still love them. Circle dot border punch. There's that one. So those are our, oh, did I show you this one? Scallop border punch. I think I did. Yes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different border punches. And then these are really fun tag punches. Now these come for Spellbinders, so I can still get these. These are 3-in-1 tag punches. What they do, whenever you're using these, on the front of your tag, or I'm sorry, on the front of your punch, you've got different widths. So you're going to cut your paper to that width, and you can make your tag as long as you want. So on the front here, we've got 1.5, 2, 2.5. I just went to the back room and randomly pulled out some scrap. It's a little bit over 2.5. So I'm going to try and just kind of eyeball it in there the best that I can. See if I can get it. I'm trying to still get it equal in between everything. Okay. And there you go. Now, I made it a little bit bigger than what it's supposed to be, but you see it still works. All I have to do now is take my scissors and snip and snip, and there's the top of my tag. So as your paper gets smaller, you're going to lose different widths on here. So as we go into the 2-inch, this is what you're going to end up with. And then as we get into the 1.5 inches, it's going to be more just in this area here. So it's always going to punch the same thing up here. It just depends on how wide your paper is. And then you could come through if you want to put a little eyelet in here. You've got little reinforcers. I know we looked at something the other day and it had little reinforcer punches in there with that ester glass stuff. You could put one of those cute little things on there. So, and you can do any length that you wanted to. I'm going to bring another one here. Now, again, this one is way small. Let's just see what happens when we do something really small in there. Again, I'm going to try and line it up right in the middle. This may be just, you know. Oh, that still works. Look how cute he is. That's a little cutie patootie tag. I like that. That's adorable. So again, I could do as long as I want. I could take the other end depending on what I'm working on. Maybe this is going to go on a layout and I want to do a 12-inch strip at the bottom of my layout. Okay, so now I can put that on the bottom of my layout. I could tie some little ribbon through there. Super fun. So that's the 3-in-1 tag punch. This one here is going to be kind of the same concept, only it's going to be a banner punch. And again, think you could do both sides just like I did here. So you could make those really cool pennants equal going across your page. You could do real long ones coming down a page, not just for small little pieces. Again, you're going to do 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, but you saw that you can kind of make it work a little bit more. This one here would be better with smaller pieces. As you go bigger, it would, you know, like with the one we had, where was that one? Oh, Jesus. This is why I don't craft at home, because I lose everything. So whenever you do that kind of pennant piece, you would have, you know, a chop mark on each side. So the bigger may not work as well with this one is what I'm saying, but you could definitely do smaller fun ones. There's that. So that is the banner punch. Oh yeah, because we haven't put UPCs on them yet. Sorry. And then we have got photo corner punch. This is a fun one. You punch it out and it folds over and you can make all kinds of cute, any color, little photo corners. So there's that one. So there was the shopping in the store, checking out our change to banner punch instead. Oh, you got it, Diane. So shopping in the store, photo corner, 3-in-1 tag, 3-in-1 banner, then our border punches, shopping those, a little bit out of the fall section, and our plume and petal. Over here now, as I was shopping, I pulled you guys some sale stuff. So we've got a 20% off and a 30% off. At first I was going to do some of this Christmas, just a 10% off, but then I said, girl, it is a little overstocked, and you know what? You're getting in so much Christmas because you can't control your stuff with Christmas. So 20% off on this Christmas. I've got another great card kit for you guys. This one is Mint and Mistletoe. It's from Uniquely Creative. This is their Mint and Mistletoe card kit. $12.99 was your regular price, 20% off of that. So Mint and Mistletoe, we actually have 4 of those. So a few of those this time. This is an adorable line from Prima. This was last year's line, and it was called Twinkle and Treats. You may still have Twinkle and Treats in your stash. I think we even have a little bit of the paper loose on the shelf here in the store. So if you love it, we could pull that. Right now I'm doing okay on paper in the Christmas section. We're not too much out of room, but I usually get a little heavier on embellishments. So we are running out of room for that on the shelves. So this is Twinkle and Treats journaling notes. Look how cute these are. Cute little postcards on one side, journaling here. I think these would work great for gift tags. You could cut them in half, your tos and froms on there, putting little notes for advent calendars. That would really be fun. You could use these for card fronts as well too. If you do any kind of fun little things at work, because you've got lots of multiples in here. So that is the Twinkle and Treats journaling cards, 20% off. We've got just 4 of those. And then their little stationery kit. These were so fun. You've got envelopes and stationery papers. You could do little letters to Santa. You could, write letters to, family members, what you're thankful for. I mean, all kinds of fun things with this. You could do just mini book stuff with this as well. But there's your little envelopes. Look how cute those are. These were just $8.39, 20% off of that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the journaling or the stationery kits. 1 Twinkle and Treat. Which one do you want, Barb? Do you want the journaling cards or the stationery kit, or one of each? Because we can certainly do that too. You could just, you definitely could just mail the postcards in the mail. You totally could. Stick a little stamp on there. They're adorable. And they would be postcard size too. How many is in the kit? So flipping it over, so it says 12 envelopes, 12 postcards. So you can see there are the envelopes, 2 of each. Stationery papers, 2 of each. Next, we've got some Vicki Boutin. Her Christmas line, what I've got left of that, is going to be 20% off today. We're going to start first with her foiled die cuts for Mistletoe and Memories. So you could do M&M for Mistletoe and Memories. Foil cuts. These foil cuts are beautiful. We reordered and reordered and reordered these because we just kept running out. And then I think eventually it caught up with me because I had 3 or 4 orders out with like 10s on each of them. So we just got a little overstock, but we're down to just 3 on these. And these are beautiful. They're basic colors. So these will match all kinds of Christmas lines you've got in your stash or that you buy new this year. So Mint and Mistletoe and Memory, so M&M. Foil die cuts, only 3 of those. The laser cuts, ooh, we're almost out of those too. Just 3. Now, laser cuts, we've got 2 different ones. And I remember that now because I didn't like that. So we've got one that's called Foliage. So we're going to call this one just Foliage. So here's the regular laser cuts.
How did you want to pay? Do I just need to tell her to write the check out to me?
Yes, write it out to me. Yes.
And then do I need to do anything else?
Nope, I'll take care of it then. Yep. So Mistletoe and Memories. Here's the regular laser cuts. Again, you can see great traditional colors on these. They were $9.39 regular price, 20% off of that. Then we've got the Foliage one. So that's going to give you your poinsettias, all your little like sprigs, kinds of fun little bows there too. I've got 3 of those. $9.39 was the regular price, 20% off. Then the rub-ons. The rub-ons I am a little overstocked on, so hopefully you guys love the rub-ons. I really love these rub-ons. And I know a part of it is the packaging, because you can't really tell what all is in here if you're just coming in looking for Christmas sayings, Christmas rub-ons. So one, you've got this great sheet that you can use on anything. Look how fun those are, just those little dips and banners. So that's great. Then you've got these just nice little like layered stitched little swags coming through there. Great traditional rub-ons here. And this is my favorite one. Look at all the verbiage you've got in here. Joy, cheer, magic, twinkle, sparkle, spirit, tidings of comfort and joy, magical celebrations, photographs, warm, good, big smiles, merry and bright, merry, merry, Christmas time. So you've got 3 sheets of rub-ons in here. Regular price was $10.39, and you're going to take 20% off of that. So like $8 for your rub-on pack. And that we've got 4, 8, like 10 of those sitting here. So a little overstocked on those. Next one we've got is Say Cheese, Classic Mouse Christmas, down to just 1 pack of these. So this is one we're getting rid of just so I can have the space on the shelf for new decorative brands. Regular price was $7.39, so it's going to be 20% off of that. Merry and Bright. So this one, let's call Graphic 45, because I felt like there just might get it confused. Nope, there was no other Merry and Bright, but still. Let's just call this the Graphic 45. These are journaling cards. Looks like there's 16 and 16.
She was 230, right? That's what she thinks.
Yes, I think so. Yes. The balance, I didn't know she was doing Thursday or not. I just wanted to, I didn't have to worry about Thursday. Yeah, that's what I figured. But I just wanted her spot to be knocked out. That's what I was worried about. So Merry and Bright journaling cards, just one of these. They are $9.79, 20% off. And then our Cindy washi. I have no idea where this even came from. No idea where this came from. It was on the floor. $5.29 was original price. We're going to do 20% off of this. No idea. Who knows? You know, it's probably been like underneath the table. We probably vacuumed and it pushed it underneath there more. Who knows? But Cindy's washi, Santa and Friends washi tape from Lawn Fawn. I probably zeroed this out or something and thought somebody stole it. Who knows? But we've got Cindy's washi. $5.29, 20% off of that. And then I've got a few things at 30% off for you guys. Some of them were in the clearance section, so we're bumping their discount from 20% to 30%. Some of them have never been on sale before, so we're just putting them at 30% right off the bat. First one, this was a class I did not do that Catherine Poodler taught. This one is called Smile Bright. So you get the stamp set in here, but you also get my class instruction sheet too, to make all these different ones. Regular price was $24.29. That was just the price of the stamp. Okay, got all the fun little how-tos just added in there. It's going to be 30% off of that. So that is a heck of a deal on a great little stamp set. Makes these super cute little fun rainbows. I think, you know, some of these you could even do fun just like little page accents with too. Love all the little stitching on those that you can layer on top. So Smile Bright was $24, 30% off of that. So that's like more than $7 off the price of that stamp set. Next one, if you are a House Mouse fan, check your stash. Do you have Holiday Glow? Cute little cling rubber stamps. We have not done this before on sale at all, so I'm just bumping it right to 30%. It was $15.29 regular price. I forgot my water back here. Dang it. If I can get this over. There we go. So there you can see the full size of the stamp. This is a cling mount, which I think cling mount always gives you a more detailed impression. Shine bright this holiday. Having a friend like you is a Christmas wish come true. Be merry and bright. Only one of those, 30% off, $15.29 was the original price. This one is going to go as a set because I have one stamp and one die left over. This is called Animal Crackers from Our Gang to Yours. So that is super cute. So you can just, you know, call it From Our Gang. It's going to be the stamp and the die together on this. 30% off. Stamp was $12.29. Die was $12.29. So basically we're looking at $24.60 and then do 30% off of that. and it's over $7 off on that super cute little stamp set. There's that one. Again, that's Our Gang. Next one here is called, there we go, Gingerbread People. Cookies make the holidays that much sweeter. Holiday baking is the best way to say I love you. Christmas calories don't count. Warning, these are not gluten-free. So Gingerbread People. Regular price was $12.29, 30% off. We've not done these on sale before. So usually I start at $20 and we go from there. This one we just jumped right to 30% off. Just one of those though. Another one we have not had on sale at all. This one is another stamp set. It's $49 in market, Katie Petite and Sizzix. This one is called Pencil Line Harvest. So you can see you've got all those great stamps, kind of backgrounds in the stamps as well, and the dies too. So 7 dies, 16 stamps. Regular price was $25 and you're going to get 30% off of that. So almost, not quite, almost $8 off for a stamp and die set. Again, this one is called Harvest. So Pencil Line Harvest. This one we have had in the sales section. I don't think I've shown it to you guys yet though, but it is just red heat transfer vinyl, 30% off. Regular price was $25.29, so we've gone from 20% to 30% now on this one. And it is a 12 by 60 inch sheet, so that's a nice size roll of red heat transfer. These here are little iron-on letters. So if you're just wanting to do a fun little project, put a little, especially if you're doing something that's more of a gag gift, this is a great way to do a little gag gift on a shirt. Or if you're just wanting something small, maybe you're doing an announcement and you want to put like Big Brother on something, that would be really cute on here too. But these are little iron-on letters. They do have kind of a soft flock to them. $7.29 was the original price. You're going to get 30% off of that. We've got 2 of those. So if you've got something longer you need to spell, you might need 2 packs, but they're going to be 30% off. And then our last one here is a die from Spellbinders. This is one from Yana's line. It's the Peony Collection. This one is really pretty. So it does an outline and also cuts the insides as well. And then you can piece it back together, or you can just put the outline on a solid as well, just on an actual paper. So this one's the Peony Celebration. Regular price was $22.29, 30% off of that. So you're going to take like $7 almost off of this one. And look how beautiful that card is. This one here, they just cut it a couple different times and rocked it around, because you do. That is part of your die. All those beautiful gold leaves you're seeing. So Peony Collection, 30% off, just one of those. And that, my friends, is your Friday Live. So if you jumped on late and are finishing up with us, we did a little sale at the end, kind of shop in the store and some overstocks. So we've got 30% off items in this area, 20% off the items in this area. And what we started with today, we got in two good restocks today. We got in Encore paper. Encore paper has some of the most amazing glitter paper, and our last order with them was nothing but glitter. And so this time I did add some solids, filling in some colors that we needed in our cardstock section. But mainly I am loving them for the glitters. The glitters are absolutely beautiful. And then we had just a small little restock on some of our adhesives that we get from Scrapbook Adhesives or 3L. Same company, 2 different names. And that was our What's New today. So 2 new lines. We did a little bit of shopping from the store. Brought one of the 49 and Market sections back here. Brought our punch section back here. And then our sale items. So, let's see. I thought Catherine Pooler was... Oh, teeth. Oh no, I need to go back up and see that. Oh my gosh. What now? Holy cow. I think I'm rolling. Was teeth and braces. Oh my gosh. You know what? It does kind of look like a mouthpiece. You totally, you could do whatever you want. That is the beauty of, you know, your craft room. These can be anything you want them to be. If you just want them to be a bunch of U's, you can do that. You could put a little handle here, make it kind of a little cup. You can do whatever you want with it. I do really like just these little stitches. You know, if you like to put little extra doodles on your stuff, just stamp a little bit of this or ink just a little bit of this and stamp it down. You could do just little doodle tracks on your pages, on your cards, like stitching, you know, make it look like it was stitching or something on there. You wouldn't have to do it for the whole entirety, but oh my gosh, that's cracking me up. Yeah, I mean, now that you're saying that, I can't really unsee that. Thanks, girls. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Cracking me up. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me a little bit this week. Somebody asked me today when we do these lives, we try and do our lives Tuesday through Friday. Those are my for sure days in the store. A lot of times on Mondays, I work from home. That's when I do my accounting. That's when I do my marketing. That's when I do my ordering, things like that. So a lot of times I'm not physically in the store on Mondays, but if I am, we do a bonus live. But I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We do lives on those days, and Saturdays, a lot of Saturdays I'm here. We just don't do a live on Saturday. That's kind of our catch up day. So, whew. Do people know I sell sheets of vinyl? I didn't know. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't sell a lot of vinyl anymore. We used to sell lots of vinyl. So one of these days I probably need to take you guys over to the vinyl section because I do think I may just clearance it out. We need the room for paper, which we sell a whole lot more than vinyl. So I probably just need to clearance that section out one day and show you guys my vinyl section. But yes, we do vinyl. We do heat transfer as well. We've got all of that in here as well. A little bit of everything in here. So friends, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Again, I'm Hannah at the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana. You can always shop us online at www.thedoodlebuginc.com. I see Kinley's starting to do the close down duties. It's Friday. She's probably got a date. So it's almost time for us to close. You guys have an amazing Crafty Blessed weekend. We're open tomorrow, 10 to 4, extended hours tomorrow for the shop hop. And then we'll be back in here on Monday from 10 to 5. Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, and then it's a Saturday again. So, all right, thanks so much. You guys have an amazing weekend. Take care, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.